Is there a video of a live being, a live Nazca mummy or alien? Well, it sure looks like it. So let's review the video and talk about the Nazca mummy. So get in here. This is Jack with Cosmic Road. I talk about UFOs and the paranormal. Please hit like and subscribe and let me know what you think in the comments below. Okay, check this out. This is a video taken by one of the Vaqueros that investigated and raided the tombs. Check that out. Okay, this is a live being. You will see movement. There you go. The arm is moving. Obviously a low quality camera. You can't have a high def video of a non-human moving. All right, let's watch that again. Let's go to the arm movement. Could that be done with wires? Is that fake? Is that animatronic? Interesting how boneless it seems to be. And I've got to be honest, my initial reaction is that doesn't look legit. But there is more. There's actually another video showing it moving its head. Let's go to that. Here we go. All right, let's mute that sucker. All right. Damaged throat, head moving. This is nuts, guys. I mean, is this real? Is this legit? Bloody tridactyl hand, one finger seems bent. I mean, it's just a bunch of blurriness. But there's the face. Very, very interesting. There you go. The head moving. Is that genuine? And that would be what the face looks like in life. Apparently. Does that look like the Nazca mummies that we've seen so far? Well, it does. It sure does. It brings in mind this image of one of the beings that I've shared with you before. This is the one that had the clothing, the armor. And of course, each piece was sold off individually on the black market to private collectors along with the body. But when I shared this video, I noted how strange it was because of the color. It's not covered in that diadem powder. I'm probably mispronouncing that. That the other mummies are covered with. Its color is different. It seems fresher. It seems closer to life than the other beings. So could there be live beings down there? Or is that moving being evidence of fakery and that the whole thing is a fake? Because Steve Mera has an hour-long presentation here, and I love Steve Mera, and I take his research very seriously. But he went down before this whole thing blew up and really studied the mummies, and he concluded that they were fake. They were fake. It's all fake. The skin is dog skin. It's dog skin wrapped over. Yeah, and that's the disc is fake, or at least it's not gold. And that's fine. It doesn't have to be gold for it to be real, but yeah, he concluded that it's all fake. Some of them were human bodies. Some of them were cobbled together bones, as we've heard before. The body shows clear manipulation. And yeah, so he just concluded that it's all very fake, and I'll link to it, and you can watch the hour long. Yeah, and that the skull was an alpaca skull, similar to a llama, which of course is argued against by the CT scans that were done on the skulls and the various doctors that have looked at these beings and studied them, that have shown that these skulls show no manipulation. So, I love Steve Mera. I love his research. The doctors that have examined these and found them to be legit far outweigh the doctors that have examined them and found them to be alpaca skulls. So we definitely need more research done on this stuff. But let's take a look at the skull here and then compare it to the video of the live being. The small mouth, the eye socket, the shape of the head. And then let's go back over here and look at the face of this being. Is that the same? Sure looks like it, doesn't it? But wait, there is more. There is more. It's pretty cool. Remember this item? This was found in the tomb, or one of the tombs. This fascinating artifact that could well be alien technology. This whatever this is. I was posing the question: is this one of the handbags of the gods? What is this? Well, it appears somebody has actually studied this thing. And I don't know what that writing is. Is that Russian? I don't know. Could one of the private collectors that bought these items actually have studied this and released this information? Well, I asked for a translation of this material, and I got a translation. So let's see what it says. It says this is the electrode. There's a crystal here, and this is gold. That's unknown metal. And there is crystal corrosion there, and that is graphite on the bottom. What in the world is this crazy device? Again, basically saying the same thing. And here is a translation of that text. The unit does not have radiation, but it produces an electromagnetic field. It can also be mega condenser, but it is not known to the end that it is because of unknown materials. Translation's a little wonky there. Conclusion, this Pribor can be alien with not known technology. I wish the translation were better. I ask, where are we getting this information? Who is this coming from? Nazca Mummy says, I believe it is from Dr. Konstantin G. Korotkov, a team of Russians that went to Peru. One of his associates purchased the object. I will have to do the research on it, and I will certainly do that. But let's talk a little bit about Steve Mera's research and his findings that they were all fake. I've got to say, of course, there are fakes that have been going around in that region for a long time. And there's kind of a little industry in creating fakes and selling them to people. So we do have to be on guard for fakes, and it could very likely be that there are some fakes with the mummies mixed in with the genuine mummies. That's why we need more eyes on this story, right? We definitely need more research being done on this. However, people have been doing research on this. There have been, because Steve Mera says the eggs are fake, everything is fake. But there has been scans done of these eggs showing that there are fetuses inside them. The implants contain osmium, which is extremely expensive and is, a hoaxer would just get more money from selling the osmium than he would from selling a mummy with an implant in it that you have to scan to find the osmium. So, what is the truth of all this? Well, of course, I don't know, but that is why so much is riding on the Japanese hearing on the 20th of this month, when hopefully we will get to see the results of the research conducted by the Japanese doctors. A lot is going to ride on their testimony. However, judging by the evidence so far, the evidence seems to be overwhelming that these are legitimate specimens. Intact specimens of whole skeletons. Their skulls have not been altered. They have eggs in them that have fetuses. They have implants containing osmium, the rarest precious metal in the universe, far more valuable than gold. There's too much in here in my mind for them to be fake. However, because I want these beings to be real and because I love this story so much, I have to be on guard for my own biases. Just because I want it to be real doesn't mean that it is real. And if it turns out not to be real, I will be the first person to say so. But I also have to be on guard for that too. I don't want to overcorrect and say that it's all fake, because I think that is the thing to do. Watch and wait on this one. But the evidence so far the evidence that these beings are legitimate seems to massively outweigh the claims that they are not. But wait, there's even more coolness in store. Someone made a little cartoon about the origin of the story of the Nazca mummies. So let's read on with this poorly translated, admittedly, cartoon showing how the Nazca mummy story came to be. I'm going to read the text here, and again, it's not translated as well as it could be. Unless they live on Mars, and even then, pseudospherists passionately follow the alien project affair revealed to the public by Thierry Jaman in the Inkari Institute a few months ago. It all starts thanks to Paul, who wants to remain anonymous. In October 2016, he approached Thierry and asked his opinion regarding 3 biological artifacts with an exotic appearance purchased from a Hakero, a grave robber. Faced with Paul's professionalism, Thierry is quickly convinced by the authenticity of this affair. But quickly, relations between the two men deteriorate, Paul having too pronounced a taste for the theater. And of course, that throws a lot of this into question, right? The Inkari Institute will then investigate and get closer to Mario, the Hakero in question, who tells him about his discovery. At the end of 2015, he and his 3 colleagues exhumed near the Nazca lines a tomb containing 2 Inca mummies. They uncovered very curious objects and mummified organs contained in a sarcophagus. Excited by this loot, the Huaqueros explore the underground passages of the site, which is larger than expected. At one point, they discover a vertical gallery. At the bottom, a living being measuring 2.5 meters observes them for a few seconds and disappears. Is this one of those giant, beings with the hands? With one that has the disc in them that we've seen before. The looters then hit the jackpot, a real Noah's Ark. So there you go. And there's the original language. So is this an Indiana Jones style story that's a false narrative, or is this what really happened? Was there a giant live being there? Well, who knows, guys? That is why it's so frustrating that there is such a veil of secrecy on this topic. The Ministry of Peru apparently is shutting this information down. What is going on there? I watched the full documentary on Gaia, and it was fascinating, and it gives a much longer breakdown of the story of the Nazca mummies. But the most frustrating part about it was the Ministry of Culture in Peru. There were 2 times where the people that made the documentary, as well as the researchers, were able to ask representatives of the Ministry of Culture of Peru about the Nazca mummies. Both occasions, the representatives refused to even talk about the results of the studies of the beings. They said they first had to address how these specimens were recovered, and they wouldn't talk about any of the results at all. It was a stonewall until the chain of custody and whatever had been confirmed. They wouldn't even discuss the results of these amazing results that they were finding about these beings. And there was some amazing research. This doctor studied Maria, the large specimen, saying the skull, there were no sutures. It was an extremely unusual skull. The specimen seems to be intact and an authentic skeleton or remains of a being. This is completely opposed to what Steve Mera was finding. So we really need to get to the truth of these beings. Why are different researchers coming to such different results on the Nazca mummies? Possibly the thing that intrigues me most is the study of the eggs. This is apparently, according to that video, that documentary by Gaia, the fetus that was found in one of the eggs. So what is that fetus? Is it possible that this fetus could be debunked as a lizard or a bird or something like that? So again, a lot is writing on the results of the Japanese hearing. But unless that turns out to be a known reptile or bird fetus, it's really going to be hard to say that these are fake. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. We've got video of a live being. Do you think that is an authentic video? What do you think about Steve Mera's research trying to debunk all this? Are you as impressed by I am at the results that have been shared with us so far, including this amazing fetus inside one of these eggs of a non-human intelligent being? Let me know what you think in the comments below. And if you've enjoyed this video, please give me a big thumbs up. I sure appreciate it. Smash the subscribe button and the bell to be notified of future videos. You don't want to miss a thing. Join me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Discord links below. Love to see you guys there. If you wanted to support Cosmic Road in an even bigger way, please consider grabbing a coffee mug or a t-shirt in the merch store below, or by becoming a channel member. Channel members are rock stars, and I really appreciate you guys' support. Thank you. Channel members also get to see videos hours or even a day ahead of everybody else. Meanwhile, there are plenty of other videos to check out on the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. This is Jack with Cosmic Road, signing out.